One day, you could get locked out of your own home. Not because you lost your keys, not because you forgot the code, but because a server halfway across the country went offline. Think about that. The house you paid for, the devices you installed. Suddenly none of it answers to you. Because in a smart home, the smartest part isn't about you. It's about the system that controls it. Every morning, while families are still asleep, their houses are already making choices for them. And the first thing that they see is a notification. Thermostats adjusting themselves in the night, fridges quietly placing orders for groceries with no human interaction. And to the family just waking up, it feels like convenience, like the house is working for them. But the truth, it isn't really their control. It's the control of a system running on software, connected to servers, owned by someone else. That thermostat, it's tied to an app. That fridge, it's tied to a subscription. That smart lock, tied to a cloud service. You don't own the instructions that make it work. You just borrow them. And if the company decides to shut down a feature, or change the terms, or charge a new fee, you're not negotiating. You're complying. Every smart device you own can be turned off. Not by you, but by a command that you'll never see. There's a kill switch, and it's not in your house. It's in a data center, on a server that you don't control, written into code you don't understand, and you don't read. And when it's flipped, it doesn't make a sound. Your door just stops responding. Your routine just breaks, and you realize this place you call home, it obeys someone else. That's not a glitch. That's the business model. Think about the word ownership. You bought the device. You installed it in your house. But when the software is locked away, when updates are controlled by them, when the servers can be turned off without your permission, who really owns it? We've already seen it. Smart home companies going bankrupt, servers being shut down overnight, and suddenly, devices worth hundreds of dollars turn into plastic bricks. And the people who bought them, they're left standing outside. We call it progress, we call it the future, but really, it's a trade. We give up control for convenience, and once you start relying on it, it's almost impossible to go back. Think about your relationships. When someone really cares about you, they give you choices. They don't demand control. Technology doesn't work that way. Every new feature, every new update feels like a gift, but really, it's just another string, pulling you tighter. Now say that your Wi-Fi goes out. In the past, annoying. You couldn't scroll Instagram. Now, you can't open your door. You can't turn on the heat. You can't even make coffee. That's not just inconvenience. That's losing basic control of your life. Now here on Real Talk, we don't just talk about tech when it's ugly. We can also talk about tech when it's at its best, when it feels invisible. The music comes just at the right time, the lights shift to match your mood, the doorbell shows you a friend's face before they even knock. When it works like that, it doesn't just save effort, it creates moments. Moments of ease, moments where people can actually be together without worrying about the details. But like everything, there's a catch. The same system that makes connection effortless can make disconnection just as sudden. One glitch, one outage, one update pushed at the wrong time, and the chain breaks. And what felt like magic feels like dependence. And it doesn't just stop at you. Imagine an elderly man, an elderly parent, or a child sitting in the dark because the smart lights glitched. When tech fails, humans suffer. Real families, real lives. They sell it as freedom. You don't need keys. You don't need to think about your thermostat. But if freedom means depending on a server somewhere across the world, is that really freedom? Now, tech can help us feel closer. It can reduce friction, and it can remind us to check in, to care, to show up. It can give us a reminder to take meds, a nightlight that turns on when your kid cries, a calm voice that says good night, even if you're miles away. When tech is designed for people, not for profit, it can be beautiful. But connection isn't owned by the device. It's owned by the system that powers it. And if that system fails, so does the care. When companies retire a feature, they're talking about your peace of mind, your routine, your moment of connection. Tech can bring us closer, but it shouldn't be the thing that holds us together by force. Because if tech can connect us, it can also disconnect us. And the question is, who holds the switch? Every day, more of our homes get wired in. Smart speakers listening, cameras watching, sensors tracking. And we tell ourselves it's normal. We call it comfort. But comfort can be a trap, because the real question isn't whether the devices work, it's who holds the power when they don't. Now, companies don't ask your permission to change how your home works. They push an update. They close a server. They even change the terms. This isn't about being anti-tech. I have like 5 Google Homes at my house. It's about being pro-human. Technology should serve us, not replace our ability to choose. If a company can lock you out of your own house with a software switch, what else can they control? We've traded keys for codes, doors for data, freedom for dependence, and we call it smart. So when you think about your smart home, ask yourself, who's really in control? Because it may not be you. If this made you stop and think, that's the point. This channel is about real talk, about how technology changes the way we live and the way we connect. So if that matters to you, hit subscribe, because this conversation is just getting started. Peace.